3 maintenance hacks are destroying GMC trucks, and owners think they're helping. 4 others add 200,000 miles. The difference? About $10,000. Here's the list. Worst number 1, and transmission flush machines. Let's start with a hack that sounds logical, but destroys transmissions. You've probably seen this service advertised at quick lube shops and even some dealerships. They hook your truck up to a machine that flushes out all the old transmission fluid and replaces it with new fluid. Complete fluid exchange. Sounds thorough, right? It's one of the worst things you can do to a GMC transmission. Here's why. Your transmission, whether it's the 6L80, 6L90, 8-speed, or 10-speed, has been operating with the same fluid for tens of thousands of miles. Over time, microscopic wear particles accumulate in that fluid. These particles settle in low-flow areas of the transmission. They're not causing problems because they're not moving. When you hook up a flush machine, it forces fluid through the transmission at high pressure, much higher than normal operating pressure. That pressure dislodges all those settled particles and sends them flowing through the valve body, the solenoids, and the clutch packs. The valve body is the brain of your transmission. It contains dozens of tiny passages and precision valves that control shift timing and pressure. When debris gets forced through these passages, it causes blockages. Shifts become harsh. Gears slip. The transmission starts hunting between gears. I've talked to transmission rebuilders who say they can tell immediately when a transmission has been flush machined. The damage pattern is distinctive. Contamination throughout the valve body that wouldn't be there from normal wear. The irony is brutal. Owners pay $150 to $250 for a flush, thinking they're extending their transmission's life. Instead, they've just accelerated its death. Within 5,000 to 20,000 miles after a flush, many owners start experiencing problems. Slipping, hard shifts, delayed engagement. The transmission that was working fine before the flush now needs a $2,000 to $4,000 rebuild. Shops love selling flushes because they're quick, profitable, and the damage doesn't appear immediately. By the time problems develop, the customer doesn't connect it to the flush they had months ago. The transmission fluid exchange you actually need is completely different, and I'll cover that in the best hacks section. But the machine flush? Never, under any circumstances, on any GMC truck. If a shop recommends a transmission flush, walk out. They either don't know what they're doing or they don't care about your truck. Worst number 2, oil additives and stop leak products. Walk into any auto parts store and you'll see an entire aisle of bottles promising to fix your engine problems. Stop leak formulas, oil stabilizers, friction reducers, engine restorers. They're almost all garbage, and some of them will destroy your GMC engine faster than doing nothing at all. Let's start with stop leak products. These formulas contain chemical compounds designed to swell rubber seals. The theory is that if your engine has a small oil leak from an aged seal, the stop leak will expand that seal and stop the leak. Sometimes it works, temporarily. But here's what they don't tell you. The chemicals don't just affect the leaking seal, they affect every seal and gasket in your engine. The front main seal, the rear main seal, valve cover gaskets, oil pan gasket, timing cover seals. All of them start swelling. Overswollen seals become brittle. They crack, they fail. What started as one small leak becomes multiple leaks throughout the engine. I've seen trucks come into shops with catastrophic seal failures 6 months after the owner used stop leak. The repair bill was 3 times what fixing the original leak would have cost. Now let's talk about oil additives, the ones that promise reduced friction, increased horsepower, or engine restoration. Modern synthetic oils already contain carefully balanced additive packages. The engineers who formulated that oil spent years optimizing the detergents, dispersants, anti-wear compounds, and friction modifiers. The balance matters. When you dump an aftermarket additive into your oil, you're disrupting that balance. Some additives contain chlorine compounds that can cause corrosion. Others contain particulates that can clog oil passages. Some are so thick they actually reduce oil flow to critical components. The worst offenders are the thick, honey-like additives that promise to quiet noisy lifters. Your GMC's active fuel management system requires precise oil pressure to operate the lifter solenoids. Thick additives change the viscosity, alter the pressure, and cause AFM-related failures. There's also the warranty issue. If your engine fails and the dealer finds aftermarket additives in your oil, they can deny warranty coverage. The Magnuson-Moss Act has limits. If they can prove the additive contributed to the failure, you're paying out of pocket. The only thing your GMC engine needs is quality synthetic oil that meets Dexos specification, changed at appropriate intervals. No additives, no supplements, no miracle formulas. If your engine has a problem serious enough to consider additives, it has a problem serious enough to actually fix. Band-Aids don't work on engines. Worst number 3, following the oil life monitor to 10,000 plus miles. This one might be controversial, but I stand behind it completely. Your GMC has an oil life monitor, that percentage readout that tells you when to change your oil. GM's official position is that you can trust this system. Change your oil when it says to, whether that's 7,000 miles, 10,000 miles, or beyond. For the 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter FE8 engines with active fuel management, this advice will cost you an engine. Here's what the oil life monitor doesn't account for. The AFM system deactivates 4 cylinders under light load to save fuel. When those cylinders are deactivated, the lifters collapse using oil pressure. When they reactivate, the lifters extend. This happens thousands of times during normal driving. Each cycle puts stress on the oil. The AFM solenoids require clean oil with proper viscosity to function correctly. As oil degrades, it loses viscosity. It accumulates combustion byproducts. It becomes contaminated with fuel from incomplete combustion cycles. The oil life monitor uses an algorithm based on engine temperature, RPM, and driving patterns. It doesn't actually test the oil. It doesn't know if your oil has excessive fuel dilution. It doesn't know if the viscosity has dropped below acceptable levels. It's guessing, and on AFM engines, it's guessing wrong. I've talked to mechanics who specialize in GM trucks. They all say the same thing. The trucks that come in with lifter failures, collapsed AFM components, and cam damage almost always have one thing in common. Owners who followed the oil life monitor to 10,000 or 12,000 miles between changes. The trucks that make it to 300,000 miles? Their owners change oil every 5,000 miles, regardless of what the monitor says. Oil is cheap. A synthetic oil change costs $45 to $70 if you do it yourself, or $85 to $150 at a shop. Call it $100 average. An AFM lifter replacement costs $3,000 to $5,000. Cam and lifter replacement runs $5,000 to $8,000. Engine replacement costs $8,000 to $12,000. The math is simple. An extra oil change every 5,000 miles instead of 10,000 miles costs you about $100 more per year. That's $500 over 5 years, $1,000 over 10 years. That $1,000 protects you from a $5,000 to $12,000 repair. Ignore the oil life monitor on your GMC V8. Change your oil every 5,000 miles with quality synthetic meeting Dexos spec. Your engine will thank you at 200,000 miles. Quick thing, if this is changing how you maintain your GMC, hit subscribe. I put out videos every week showing GMC owners what works, what doesn't, and how to avoid expensive repairs. Best number 1? Seafoam treatment every oil change. Now let's talk about the maintenance hacks that actually work. Seafoam has been around since 1942. It's one of the oldest fuel and oil additives on the market. And unlike the garbage products I warned about earlier, this one is actually proven to work. Seafoam is a petroleum-based cleaner that dissolves carbon deposits, varnish, and gum buildup. It can be added to your fuel tank, your oil crankcase, or sprayed directly into the intake. Each method serves a different purpose. Here's the protocol that works on GMC trucks. At every oil change, so every 5,000 miles if you're following my advice, add 1 ounce of Seafoam per quart of oil to your crankcase. For a typical GMC V8 that takes 8 quarts, that's about 8 ounces of Seafoam. Add it about 500 miles before your oil change. Drive normally. The Seafoam will circulate through the engine, dissolving deposits in the oil passages, cleaning the PCV system, and loosening carbon buildup on pistons and rings. When you drain the oil, you'll often see it's darker than usual. That's the dissolved deposits coming out. That's the hack working. For the fuel system, add 1 can of Seafoam to your tank every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. It'll clean the fuel injectors, dissolve carbon in the combustion chambers, and keep your fuel system flowing freely. Why does this work when other additives don't? Seafoam is petroleum-based, not chemical-based. It doesn't contain chlorine, acids, or harsh solvents that can damage seals. It's been tested for decades across millions of engines. The formula is proven. GM's direct injection engines, the 5.3-liter, 6.2-liter, and 2.7-liter turbo, are especially prone to carbon buildup. Fuel doesn't wash over the intake valves like it did in older port injection engines. Carbon accumulates, performance drops. Regular Seafoam treatments prevent that accumulation from reaching critical levels. You're maintaining cleanliness instead of trying to restore it after damage is done. A can of Seafoam costs $10 to $12. Using it, every oil change adds maybe $50 per year to your maintenance costs. Compare that to a $500 intake cleaning or $1,000 injector service. This is preventive maintenance that actually prevents problems. Best number 2, bypass oil filtration system. This hack requires some installation, but the results are remarkable. Your GMC's factory oil filter is a full-flow filter. It filters all the oil passing through the engine, but it only catches particles down to about 20 to 40 microns. That's the limitation of full-flow filtration. If the filter media is too fine, it restricts flow and starves the engine of oil. A bypass oil filter is a secondary filter that takes a small portion of oil flow, about 10%, and filters it to an extremely fine level. We're talking 1 to 5 microns. Some systems filter down to sub-micron levels. The bypass filter doesn't replace your factory filter. It supplements it. The factory filter handles the main flow and catches large particles. The bypass filter slowly polishes the entire oil supply, removing the microscopic particles that wear your engine over time. Here's why this matters for GMC trucks specifically. The AFM system creates additional wear particles from the lifter cycling. The turbocharger on the 2.7-liter creates additional contamination from bearing wear and heat. These fine particles circulate through your engine, causing gradual wear that adds up over time. With a bypass system, those particles get removed. Oil analysis tests on trucks running bypass filtration show dramatically lower wear metals compared to trucks with factory filtration only. The most popular bypass systems for GMC trucks are the AmSoil Bypass Filter and the Fast Titanium series. Installation runs $300 to $500 for the system, plus an hour or 2 of labor if you're not doing it yourself. The bypass filter element gets changed every oil change, adding about $20 to $30 to your oil change cost. The payoff? Engine builders and oil analysis experts report that bypass filtration can double engine life. Components that would typically wear out at 200,000 miles last 400,000 miles or more. If you're planning to keep your GMC long-term, and you should be, a bypass filtration system is one of the best investments you can make. Best number 3, drain and fill transmission service. Remember the transmission flush disaster I described earlier? Here's what you should do instead. A drain and fill is exactly what it sounds like. You remove the transmission pan drain plug, let the fluid drain out, replace the filter, reinstall the pan, and add fresh fluid. This method only replaces about 40 to 50% of the total fluid. The rest remains in the torque converter and cooler lines. But that's actually a good thing. Partial fluid replacement means you're not shocking the transmission with completely new fluid. The old and new fluid blend together. Deposits stay settled where they are. Nothing gets forced through the valve body. The key is doing it regularly, every 30,000 to 40,000 miles. Each drain and fill replaces roughly half the fluid. Do it twice over 60,000 miles, and you've replaced about 75% of the fluid. 3 times over 90,000 miles, and you're over 90% fresh fluid, all without ever putting the transmission at risk. The cost difference is significant too. A drain and fill runs $80 to $150 at a shop. A flush costs $150 to $250. You're paying less for a service that's actually safer. For GMC trucks with the 6L80, 6L90, 8-speed or 10-speed transmissions, use only Dexron 6 fluid. Don't use universal transmission fluid, don't use additives, just clean Dexron 6. One more thing. When you do a drain and fill, inspect the pan for debris. A small amount of fine gray material is normal wear. Chunks of metal, black sludge, or excessive debris indicates a problem developing. Catching it during a routine drain and fill could save you from a roadside breakdown. The drain and fill method has been proven across millions of trucks. It's how fleet operators maintain transmissions for 300,000 miles or more. It works. The flush machine doesn't. Best number 4. Greasing ball joints and U-joints. This is the 5-minute hack that prevents $2,000 repairs. Many GMC trucks, especially the older models and heavy-duty versions, have greasable ball joints, tie rod ends, and U-joints. There are small fittings called zerks that allow you to inject fresh grease into these components. Most owners never touch them. They don't even know the fittings exist. Here's what happens when you ignore them. Ball joints connect your control arms to your steering knuckles. They support the entire weight of the front end while allowing the wheels to turn and the suspension to move. They operate under enormous stress. Factory lubrication only lasts so long. Once the grease breaks down, metal grinds against metal. The ball socket wears, play develops, steering becomes loose. And if a ball joint fails completely, your wheel can literally separate from the truck. That's not an exaggeration. I've seen the pictures. Ball joint replacement costs $300 to $600 per side. If a failed ball joint damages other components, control arms, wheel bearings, brake lines, the bill can exceed $2,000. U-joints in your drive shaft are similar. They allow the drive shaft to flex as the suspension moves. Factory grease eventually dries out. The needle bearings wear. You start hearing a clunk when shifting from drive to reverse or a vibration at certain speeds. U-joint replacement costs $200 to $400. If a U-joint fails while driving, the drive shaft can drop, dig into the pavement, and pole vault your truck. That's a totaled vehicle. Prevention? 5 minutes with a grease gun every oil change. A grease gun costs $20 to $30. A tube of quality chassis grease costs $5. At every oil change, pump 2 or 3 shots of grease into each fitting until you see fresh grease pushing out the boot. That's it. 5 minutes of work, $30 in tools, and you've just prevented the most common suspension and driveline failures on GMC trucks. Some newer GMC trucks have sealed components with no grease fittings. If that's your truck, inspect the boots for cracks at every oil change. The torn boot lets dirt in and grease out, and the component will fail much sooner. Those are the 3 worst and 4 best maintenance hacks for GMC trucks. The worst will cost you thousands in transmission rebuilds, engine repairs, and premature failures. The transmission flush that destroys valve bodies. The oil additives that cause more problems than they solve. The extended oil change intervals that kill AFM lifters. The best add hundreds of thousands of miles for minimal cost. Seafoam treatments that keep your engine clean. Bypass filtration that removes what the factory filter can't. Drain and fill services that protect your transmission. Grease fittings that take 5 minutes and prevent $2,000 repairs. The difference between a GMC that lasts 150,000 miles and one that lasts 350,000 miles isn't luck, it's maintenance. Do the right things. Avoid the wrong things. Your truck will reward you. If you want to learn more about making your GMC last, watch my video on the proven habits that'll get you to 500,000 miles. And if you're shopping for a used GMC, check out my video on the engines you should avoid and the ones you should buy. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.